Hey, we are live. All right, we'll wait for everyone to get in here. If you're watching this back, I'm just going to sit here. Oh, one person's already in here. Talk a little football, talk a little basketball. Why not, huh? Get all my paperwork ready. Oh, 8 people popped up. Hey, come on in, guys. What do you guys want to talk about? Football or basketball? We'll talk about both. Talk about football, and football's still going on. Hey, we play somebody that's worse than we are offensively. So there you go. We might actually have a chance to win this game. Oh, 3 people just left, huh? Okay, popped in, looked around, said, hey, man, who the hell's this guy? And then left. Well, come on in, guys. Who's here tonight? Huh? Who wants to talk? Sports, UK. Oh, my notifications are up. Over here, notifications are up. Hey, what's up, Matthew? What's going on, man? Oh, man, it's Tuesday night. Just seeing what's going on. A lot of news, a lot of sports news. We play football. We play basketball Thursday. I'll do that game. What's up, Blue Luke? What's going on, Dad? All right, man. Come on in, brother. We can talk about basketball's coming up Thursday night. I'll do a watch party right here. If you don't have ESPN Plus or SEC Plus, or I'll turn the sound on and we'll do a little chat thread and we'll listen to it. And I'll turn my iPad around and let you see some of it. So yeah, we ought to kill them. That's not going to be a game. They're not that good. So we'll win that game easy. And we'd probably be better off practicing 5-on-5, but it's okay. We'll play them. And so what's going on tonight? What's going on in the world of UK sports? We play a football game. Auburn. They're fired. Everybody's playing with 2 teams that are going to fire their coaches. So hey, we'll see how that goes. We are a 10.5 point underdog. I'm gonna bet that right now. I've already bet 10.5. We'll cover 10.5. Waiting on the Stoops drama. Oh, it's gonna unfold when this season's over, Matthew. It's not gonna be any drama. They're gonna get rid of it. There's not gonna be any drama. Your chance on CMS being back next year. Who's CMS? I'm sorry. Mark Stoops, you mean? 0. Yeah, he ain't coming back. I wouldn't come back if you're talking about Mark Stoops. Hell no, I wouldn't come back. Pay him his money and let's let him go. I wouldn't want to be where I'm not wanted. But you got to pay him, man. So yeah, I'm sure they'll make out a deal. Is Mitch Barnhart going to be back? I think that's one question everybody's asking. Is there going to be a new athletic director? I don't know. Maybe. I think it's time we need one. I'm gonna say you meant Mark Stoops. Yeah, 0. There, he's gonna. Yeah, they're gonna buy him out. Even if he wins out, which he's not, but if he did, it wouldn't matter. He's gonna be gone. Yeah, they wanted him gone last year. Yeah, so yeah. They should have just I don't know why they just should have bought him out after one bad year. We're playing Hugh Freeze. That guy hadn't had a win season yet. He gets all the patience in the world. Hell, they might not even fire him. Bad marriage. Well, it is. Yeah. It became that. Yeah. Went out. Yeah, I agree. It's a bad marriage. Like I said, if you're going to fire a coach every time he has 2 bad years, we're going to be firing a lot of coaches because it's going to happen again. And then you're going to fire that guy. And all these coaches are getting fired after 1 or 2 bad years. Man, these schools better have a lot of money because they're going to cost you millions. Texas is talking about firing their coach if he loses the game. So, damn, that guy was in the national championship game last year. Yeah, so I don't know where we're going. I don't know who the hell we could get to come in here. I'm still waiting to see who's brave enough to come in here. Like I said, I'm going to do a video tomorrow. I got an Auburn preview video, and I say whoever he is, I already like him. Whoever the new coach is, whoever it's going to be, I already like him. If he's going to come in here and put up with this shit, I like him already. What's up? What's going on, man? Howard Warts, what's going on, man? Come on in, brother. Auburn's the only team in the SEC that has a worse offense than we do. They are dead last they're 116th. At least we're 90 something. So yeah, they don't have a quarterback right now. I don't know if they're going to play. They benched Jackson Arnold last week, so I don't know which quarterback is going to play. Now their defense is top 30, so they have not given up more than 24 points the entire year. We are a 10.5 point underdog. I think we cover that, and I think we play hard. We'll see if their players. I wonder if any of their players have quit because he's probably going to get fired. I say that maybe if he'd have to beat Alabama. So, but yeah, he's never had a win season, like 3 or 4 damn years, and so he's going to get all the benefit of the doubt. So, but we'll see what happens. You guys know what's going to happen in basketball. We're going to kill this team. Yeah, so we'll do the game Thursday night, and then we'll do the Auburn game. Yeah, what the heck? I'll do the Auburn game. Cutter Boley played very well. Watched Bush Hamden's press conference this afternoon, and he's picking up the playbook, and we're playing different receivers. And I've been screaming to play J.J. Hester, and J.J. Hester catches 2 touchdowns. I wouldn't have Harley Gilmore on the field ever the rest of the year. I would play Hester. I mean, you're gonna have to play some, DJ Miller and Hester and some of the other guys, and I think he will. So yeah, we'll spread out. I think we'll see the same type offense, and their defense is good, but their offense is awful, Auburn. So we'll see what they do. Their Jackson Arnold is a good running quarterback. So look, we're good. They have a good running back who ran for 158 yards on Arkansas last week. I mean, we're good against the run, but man, last week, guys, I mean. Talking about our defensive backs, the reason our defensive backs got burned, if you know football, is because we couldn't get any pressure on Tennessee's quarterback. None. We were blitzing him. We still couldn't get to him. That's what got us right there. They have a top 5 offensive line and offense, and we never touched that. I don't think we ever sacked Aguilar once. His uniform was nice and clean after the game. So that's why those dudes got burned on the back end. It's because the dudes in the front 7 could not get pressure on him. So, you got to give it up to Tennessee. Tennessee's defense is still statistically worse than ours, the worst defense. So I don't know how they're going to run the table with that bad of a defense, but I guess they'll try. If they can outscore everybody, hey, But we'll see. Yeah, 8 people. Hey, come on in, guys. I'm sure there's been a bunch of shows on. I saw BBN Loyal was on earlier. I didn't get to catch that tonight. Loyal BBN, tough SEC. Yeah, that's the top 5 offensive line. We never touched him. Manning, we knocked the crap out of him. Ole Miss's quarterback. We usually get in the quarterback's face, but we couldn't get him. I mean, I don't care who we blitzed. We were blitzing a linebacker. We were blitzing a safety we had to stop blitzing because they just, there's no way we were going to stop them. So it was a bad matchup, and Stoops was correct to say that. It was a bad matchup. Yeah, their offensive line is stellar, all 5 stars and some 4 stars. Yeah, and they're good. And Josh Heupel, Aguilar turned out to be a good quarterback. So they actually did better by letting that Nico dude go. Hell, they're probably going to, they'll have a chance to go to playoffs. I don't know if they would have with that kid, but we'll play Auburn and Hugh Freeze, who's never had a winning season, but gets all kinds of excuses made for him. Ain't nobody, just now calling. He's in the Good Old Boy Network. So, you didn't see the media doing what our media does, going on another podcast and saying they should fire his ass after he had 2 bad years. That don't happen. I was stationed in Montgomery, Alabama. You don't badmouth football. The media there, they keep their media in line. You don't say shit about, unless you're told, hey, it's okay, you can say it now. They're just now saying they should maybe get rid of Hugh Freeze. Before that, you might find a few articles, but you ain't going to find any of their media like our media does, goes on a damn SEC podcast and starts bad-mouthing a football coach. That guy would get his ass kicked, in his front yard. That's the way it was back in my day. You didn't do that. I'm ready for some games. We're going to see some WKRP. We're going to see a basketball game, which, look, Georgetown, I kind of looked at the game they played. They only got 3 good players. I mean, they don't have a bench. We're going to kill them. we would get a better practice if we did a blue-white scrimmage. I gotta be honest with you. So yeah, we're gonna kill them. I don't know, I'm gonna show it if you guys want to watch it. Well, I'm not gonna show it. I'll have the sound on, but yeah, it's on SEC Plus, and then the first two regular season games on SEC Plus, Valparaiso and Lehigh, I think it is, whoever that is, and we'll kill those teams. Yeah, so it's the Louisville game, the 12th. That's the game we're working to. That's getting to Louisville 2 days. 2 games later, we play Michigan State. Yeah, so that's where we need to get rolling here. So we're going to be good in basketball, guys, so don't worry. And we're already, loading up for next year on basketball. So, yeah, let's see some games. We're going to do Auburn. I was saying Auburn is ranked dead last in total offense, worse than we are. Yeah, Jackson Arnold got benched last week, so I don't even know which quarterback they're going to play. Their quarterbacks cannot throw. They can run, but they can't throw, and they have a really good running back. So we've been good at stopping the run, so we need to tackle well. This is an Alex Safari game. This is a linebacker game. You stop them, and we have been good at stopping the run. I think we might be. No, I mean, we could beat them, yeah. Now, their defense, they're one of 6 teams, I saw this, in Division I who have given up no more than 24 points. Georgia didn't score, 24. That's the most they've given up. So their defense is good, but their offense is bad. So, we can, hey, we could get them 17-13 or something like that. 2016, 2014, I don't know. Get them something, 24-16 like a Toledo maybe. Yeah, I mean, Jackson Arnold, just stop him from running. If that's the quarterback, he can run now. I'll give him that. He is fast, but he'll just take off on you. So, yeah. I'm sure Brad White will have ready for that. But yes, you're playing 2 teams who are going to both their coaches are probably going to get fired or playing one another. So the question is, whose players are going to quit first? Are our players on the phone with people, or are their players on the phone with people? Which I don't even know if they'll fire him if he goes 6-6. I think if he loses to Alabama, which he probably will, and then they'll get him. I mean, the guy did get ripped off in that Georgia game. That's where they fired that ref that cheated him in that game. So I'll give it up to Auburn. They got cheated, which is a shame. But what are you going to do? But no, yeah, I mean, I'm ready. I mean, let's see what Cutter Boley does. He's improving, so he's played another good game. So 2 good games in a row. We spread out. Now we're starting to spread out, and that's what we need to do, and spread a little bit, and then get Kendrick Law out in space. You see what he can do. J.J. Hester had 2 touchdowns. Where's that guy been? I mean, get Harley Gilmore off the field and keep him off the field. What's up, Chili? What's up, man? What's going on? Oh, man, it's CJ. Oh, man, your brother. This is going to be a good game for your brother. Auburn runs the ball, and their quarterback runs. So we're playing a run team. Run first. Their quarterback is awful. So, yeah, I hope I hope your brother has a good game. And, hard to get some pressure on Tennessee last week. I don't know what he said to you. If he said anything about that game, but, man, their offensive line is so good. We never couldn't get any pressure on them. Luke, what's up, Luke? Is coaching next year to keep Cutter Boley. Good luck. I mean, it's going to be who's going to get the checkbook out. If we don't start paying more for football, we ain't going to keep anybody. That's the problem. Or we ain't going to get anybody. If we don't spend what everybody else spends, it's going to be hard to keep him because somebody's going to take him. I mean, I'm sure they'll try to keep him and let him have some say in a coach or whatever and try to keep him engaged, But who are you going to put around him? I mean, I don't know. Look good. Yeah, I mean, he called a good game. Well, what he said today was, you're dealing with a freshman. You're playing a freshman, quarterback, second-year freshman, redshirt freshman quarterback in this league, and you start him off on the road in the SEC. It's going to take him a while. It just take him a while to pick this up, So, yeah, I mean, he's actually building on stuff. But, you're going to take out the whole coaching staff. But Brad White goes too. Whatever you can say about Brad White, the defense had a bad day. But, the defense has played pretty solid all year. Tennessee just lights everybody up. No, Chili, yeah, he was mad. Didn't really say much. Well, you know what? After the Texas game, Well, you know what? He played well in the Texas game, and he played. Look, Tennessee's they're a top 5 offense, guys. They don't play around. Josh Heupel is a good coach, and we're better than Arkansas. Well, Mississippi State hadn't won a game. They blew Texas game way worse than we did. They didn't even go for the win at the end of the game. They let the damn clock run out and went into overtime. It's like, are you stupid? Why would you not try and kick a field goal at the end of the game? So yeah, Mississippi State, that was awful. So yeah, we're as good as Mississippi State, Arkansas, whatever. But yeah, you're going to lose the whole coaching staff. You're going to have to bring somebody in here. You're going to have to pay them. If you want somebody good, you're going to have to pay them. If you want good players, you got to pay them. That's where, I don't know if we keep the athletic director, to be honest with you. I don't know what's going to happen to Mitch Barnhart, But yeah, there's no plan. Like I said, like I keep saying, what's the plan for the football team? What's the vision? No one's got one. And I mean no one as far as the athletic director, or he's not saying what it is. So I don't know. Oh, man, what's up, Lance? What's going on, brother? Man, come on in. Lance is here. Yeah, come on in, man. We're just talking about football and basketball. And yeah, but no, football. Yeah, I mean, hiding the numbers and not saying what the plan is for football is pretty stupid. Okay, I mean, hopefully, whenever Stoops does leave, and he's going to leave, I don't know. You can ask Chili. I don't think the team has quit. I know your brother hadn't quit, so I don't think our team has quit. So we'll see what happens Saturday. Just don't quit. Just keep playing. So yeah. So we shall see. Yeah, what's going on, Lance? Come on in, brother. Haven't seen you here. What do you want to talk about? Come on in. What's on your mind? Okay, well, I'll just keep talking then. Football. I don't know. Like I said, we'll see who the next coach is. We'll see how good he does. We're going to have to probably take a cheaper coach. We're not going to get anybody expensive, right? So, we'll see. I mean, I would take Will Stein. I'll tell you that. I've looked at his offenses at Oregon. I'm not saying we wouldn't win a lot of games, but I think it's a good offensive scheme if we're going to pick somebody. We're not going to get John Summerall, guys. He's in the Good Old Boy Network. He's going to go to Auburn, Florida, somewhere like that. Yeah, and there's something about that guy I just don't like. So I could care less if we get him or not. We'd probably have to overpay for him anyway. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Who do you guys think the next coach is? Troy head coach? Yeah, I don't know who that is. I take him. I squeeze a lemon into a gallon of my old sweet tea. Wow. Damn. Well, you got a lot of sugar there, WKRP. Are you trying to get sugared up there? Will Stein was the quarterback of Louisville. Yeah, that's right. But man, the offense he runs very interesting. He was a not Hal Mummy, our other offensive coordinator who passed away, went to Mississippi State. Now, I can't think of. Anyway, he was a disciple of the air raid, and then he put his own spin on it. So yeah. I can never remember Mike Leach. I can never remember Mike Leach's name. He's a Mike Leach guy. Just, he was in his coaching tree. So thank you, Mike Leach, Charles. Thank you. Yeah, and Will Stein was his coach's tree, but he took the air raid and he did something completely different with it. So the quarterback actually runs, and so I was looking into his offense. It's very interesting. It would be hard to run that here, but it's gonna be hard to run anything because it's the SEC. Okay, so that's what I keep saying. The players make the coach look better. So yeah. But I do like Will Stein's offense. I will say that. Yeah, I don't know if we can get him. There's, how many jobs are going to be open, guys, all over the country. You know how much money coaches are going to make. I mean, I hope we don't end up with some retread. Who was the guy that coached at Florida before Napier, and he coached at Mississippi State? And then wasn't he the offensive coordinator at South Carolina last year? And now he went to his own school. What the hell's that old dude's name? He's an older coach. I can't think of his name. That's who they're talking. Yeah, Dan Mullins. Thank you, Matthew. Yeah, Dan Mullins. Come on, man. Supposedly he's on the list. Don't hire that guy. Come on, man. I mean, get some. I'd rather get somebody out of Division Two. I don't want that guy. I mean, no offense, coaches will be getting fired. Oh, there's all Derek, all kinds of coaches. If you're going to fire a coach every time he has 1 or 2 bad years, every damn team in the country, Indiana will fire that guy. Okay, they're not going to keep doing that. After 10 damn years, get out of here. Yeah, I mean, first time that guy goes 4-8, yeah, we got to fire that. I mean, I don't know where coaches are going to make a lot of money. I don't know where these schools are going to get all this money. Well, they're going to get it from you, because I don't go to the game. You go to the game, but yeah, they'll get it from you somehow. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, coaches, good year to be a coach if you're looking for a job. Stanford has an interim coach. Yeah, so yeah, we'll see. Dan Mullen is unethical based on the way his players played at Florida. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't. Mississippi State. He's already been 2 head jobs in the SEC, and he failed at both of them. I mean, don't get somebody out of Division Two. Pick a school. Go get Western Kentucky's coach. I mean, I don't care. But yeah, don't do that. I mean, I hope they don't get Dan Mullen. Where did you go, Derek? No, Lance Skidmore. What's up, Lance Skidmore? What's on your mind, Lance? I haven't seen you in here, or if I have, I'm sorry I missed you the first time. No, glad to see everybody in here. I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. We do basketball and football. Thursday night's basketball game. We're going to do a watch party right here with a live chat going. Well, over that way. Live chat. We'll live chat. I'll turn the sound on. You can hear it. I'll have my iPad in here, and you'll be able to hear it. And we're going to kill this team. Look, I looked at the Georgetown's game against George Washington. They got like 3 players who can score, and we're going to. I mean, this is going to be. It would be better served if we played a blue-white scrimmage. That's how bad Georgetown is. Yeah, we're going to kill them. But we're going to do it right here. Wide receiver for Mummy. Yeah, Parker. Okay, he's the head coach at Troy. Oh, really? What's his first name? Parker. I don't remember a Parker from Hal Mummy. We'll take him. Is any? I mean, hell, at this point we can't. Beggars can't be choosy. If we're not going to spend money on football, and I mean, just take him. Hey, I mean, go get Neil Brown. I don't know. You might as well bring Neil Brown back in here if you just want somebody who's going to, get us to basketball season. Neil Brown's a special assistant at Texas, so sound like Purdue. Yeah, I know it's way worse than Purdue, and they're not in the league of Purdue. But yeah, Purdue, they're big guys. They were mad about they brought in that big guy, whatever the hell the guy's name was that played, their center who was from South Dakota State. Yeah, he didn't play good at all. And they were upset about their big guys. Yeah, they didn't rebound. They didn't defend. They got their ass handed to them. And, of course, all the Purdue fans, I know it's just a scrimmage. And all right, whatever. I get to go back to work tomorrow, so I'll get to see some of those people. And I'm not going to sit here and gloat because we might see them again, see them in April. So, yeah, they'll be better if we see them in April, okay? Matt Painter's a good coach. So it's not like, they got a really good coach. So, but yeah, Georgetown is awful, guys. I mean, yeah, you're going to see. And the first 2 teams we play in the regular season, man, I mean, yeah, it won't be till we get to that Louisville game, then we'll know what we have. And then Michigan State a couple games later. And then, of course, we go on that December, we play everybody, Gonzaga, North Carolina, Indiana. And then by the time we get to the SEC will be cake because he loaded up the non-conference schedule. So, I mean, what are we going to lose? We might lose 5 games, maybe. I say 5, not more than 5 or 6 for sure. So yeah, basketball is going to be fun. Football, we'll see what happens, guys. I mean, they're going to buy them out, and then they're going to get coached, and then come in here, and then try to keep some players because there's going to be some people walk. And then the question is, how much money are we going to spend? We don't have any high school players, and how many high school players can we get? And who's going to want to come here? And like I said, it's so complicated. It's more than just the coach. All right, it's more than that. That's what I said on my video. Is firing the coach is not going to fix the problems with way more problems in the football program like the athletic director and everything else than there is with just the head coach. That's not going to do it. You're going to have to, come up with a vision, a POA, right? A plan of action. Matthew, I still picture Patrick Ewing. Yeah, that was the best Georgetown player. John Thompson, man, lost us. John Thompson is the reason that the NBA Dream Team happened in 1992. He was such a bad coach. He cut Rex Chapman and Sean Elliott from the 1988 Olympic team. We had no shooters. We got our ass kicked in the Olympics. And that's when we said, okay, hold on. But he really did us a favor by cutting Rex Chapman and Sean Elliott and some other people. We had no shooters on that team. And the Russians just beat our ass. And then we're like, well, maybe we get the NBA players. So, yeah, that's what I remember from Georgetown, the stupidity of that coach. Yeah. So, yeah, Scott Skiles was the only guard. We only need one shooter. It's like, are you out of your mind, dude? You think you're at Georgetown? Yeah, he's the guy who had a enforcer on the team. He had an enforcer on every team that was job was to go out there and hurt somebody. That's back in the 80s, you guys that are young. Back when you used to basketball was physical as football. You come down the lane, you get your ass knocked on the ground. Yeah, I can't even watch the NBA now. It's ballet to me. I mean, you can't touch anybody. Well, hell yeah, Steph Curry can hit threes. Ain't anybody can touch him. Yeah, I mean, hell yeah, he's gonna knock it down. You can't get anywhere near him. I mean, so yeah, it's unwatch. The NBA to me is unwatchable. I can't look at that. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but us old school guys who saw Bird, Magic, Jordan, Kobe, Shaq, yeah, and then you turn this on, you're like, what the hell is this? Everybody's jacking up a three. So yeah, I can't watch that. Baseball last night, I guess that was the game of the century, and 20-some innings or whatever. That one Japanese guy, Oshani, whatever his name is, he's the best baseball player ever, is what's being said. So yeah. Yeah, I can't either, Charles. That's unwatchable to me, dude. I mean, it's embarrassment. The All-Star game, like defense, I mean, come on, man. I mean, no defense at all. It's the ABA. If you remember the old ABA, there was no defense. Yeah, there's no defense in this league. So it's all, like a matador. Just go right to the lane. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of your way when you go to the lane. Yeah. And then talk about how many points a guy had. Well, hell yeah, he had 40 fucking points. You didn't even get in front of him. So and so had 40 points. Yeah, no kidding. You watch the highlights, nobody even touched him. Was at forefront of Nike start. Yep. Yeah, WKRP Georgetown. Yep, the Nike thing. Yeah, they were one of the first schools to embrace Nike. Came out in the late 70s, early 80s there. For all you young people who are in here getting bored with me. But yeah, Nike. Yep, that was the brand when it came out. And then when Michael Jordan came out with those shoes, that put a lot of little Chinese kids in slavery right there. But hey, we won't talk about that. That's those little kids. Those little kids make really good shoes, by the way. I'll give it up to that. So, yep, Nikes, canvas Nikes. I was too poor to have leather. We had canvas Nikes, so we were poor. See, I don't know about canvas Nikes. Yeah, but no, back in the day, yep. But no, guys, we can talk about. I mean, look, basketball. Look, there's really not a lot to talk about. I'm gonna show this game. If you come in here Thursday, what is the game at? Like 6? I'll be right at 6. Come in here right at 6 or 7 Eastern, 6 Central, and because I won't have time to do a and there's no reason to do a pregame show, but I'll start right at 6, and we'll, I'll have the sound on. We'll talk about it, and yeah, we're gonna beat them by however many we want to beat them by. I want to see Colin Chandler shots start falling. I want to see Yelovic a little bit more. There's some people I want to see a little bit more from. The white canvas Nikes. That was for poor people like me. WKRP. Yeah, poor people bought the canvas Nikes. Rich kids bought the leather Nikes. See, yeah, at least the Nike was smart. They're like, we need to make a shoe for poor white kids in Western Kentucky. Well, then we should make them out of canvas. Actually, they actually lasted longer. So yeah, us poor white kids in Western Kentucky, we wore canvas Nikes. Ponies, Puma. Man, it's Puma. I don't think Puma is a pony. That was the shoe back in the day too. So many good shoe brands. So, yeah, Derek, I really like your air raid video. Well, thank you, Derek. I did my homework on that. See, when I make a video, Derek, I try to, do a little bit of homework. I do. That's what I said, man. It makes me mad when journalists don't do their homework, and then I do. Like that video didn't take but 30 or 40 minutes worth of, because I remembered all those games, but then I was like, yeah, we're right. We cannot run a spread offense. Who's going to want to coach football here? I have no idea. Dealing with Dylan. I don't think I've seen you, Dylan. Welcome in here, brother. I have no idea who's going to want to coach football, brother. When you're spending money on basketball, but the air raid, Derek, yeah, the spread, it won't work, man, because the Tennessee game we spread out, right? Why everybody thought, well, wow, we scored 34 points. Yeah, but you kept giving the ball back to them because we scored so fast. The problem with the spread offense is Tennessee so much, they're going to outscore us. Yeah, we're going to score more, but we ain't worried about the clock. So we just keep giving them the ball back. So, yeah, you're trying to outscore teams that are superior to you. Yeah, I did a lot of research on the air raid, though. I already had that in my head, and then I had to put that together in my thoughts. So I did a video on why we should not run the air raid, if you guys remember the air raid. And not too many people are running that. A couple Toledo, a couple teams run it. Will Stein runs a spread offense based loosely off of the air raid, but he doesn't put the quarterback in the shotgun, Dylan, have caught a couple of your videos. Well, thank you, brother. Suffering football fan in a basketball state. Well, yeah, dealing with Dylan. Yeah, dude. Look, it's going to go back to the way it was, brother. Back to the future. It's just, it's going to go back to where football is just something to watch until basketball gets there. And, and if you're old, Derek, if you're older, it was an unsaid rule, is what I try to tell younger people. It was an unspoken rule. We knew we weren't going to try and win at football, and we knew we were just trying. Nobody actually came out and said it, but it was an unspoken rule. Well, now with YouTube, we all know that you can. You don't have to tell me how much we're spending on football. I can figure it out for myself. We sure as the hell ain't spending as much as everybody else. So yeah, it's everybody's like, well, Mitch Barnhart cannot come out and say. Of course, he can't say what the numbers are and say, well, we're a basketball school. Like he. Okay, so if he doesn't say it, is he fooling anybody? I mean, then people won't go to the football game. You think people are that dumb that they can't figure that out? I mean, I don't know what I would do. Maybe Barnhart will have a public meeting. Oh, they've already talked. No, they've already talked. They're already talking and probably get him out of here. If I'm Mark Stoops, pay me my money and get me out of here, because he certainly isn't appreciated anymore. And everything he did for the school, the people that didn't know what happened before him don't know how shitty we were for decades. I mean, all my life, I'm 60 years old. I mean, we'd have a good year every once in a while, but if you went to a bowl game, if you had a winning season and went to a bowl game, oh my God. If you were 6-5, oh my God, you'd have thought we went to the playoffs. But yeah, we'll see. Listen to you. My hands are bad. Oh, well, 6 months. Well, thank you. Well, I appreciate that, Lance. Listen to me. Look, I don't know everything. I'm just a fan like you guys are. I'm an older fan who's been around. I've seen this movie before. All of us, everybody's getting upset. All the younger people, look, we've seen this movie before all our life. We are a basketball school. Hey, did you see my Bear Bryant video? I did Bear Bryant and why he left, and I did the historical. I went over the timeline, what happened, and they basically told him, hey, man, we're a basketball school. You got Bear Bryant and Adolph Rupp, maybe the two best college coaches ever, at least in the top 5 in each sport, and one of them leaves. That's all you need to know. The college football playoffs get way more viewership, than the Final Four. Yeah, that's where the money is, football. I like the tournament better. I mean, the NCAA tournament is the best thing, but you just doesn't get the viewers. And college football, nobody in the Southeastern Conference cares about basketball. That's why people in Georgia, Alabama, don't care. I mean, Florida won a national championship. Go on one of their channels and see what they're talking about. They're talking about football. You wouldn't even know they won a national championship in basketball because they don't even talk about it. So, I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, now the SEC is a football league, and Texas doesn't care about basketball, and Oklahoma, and so it's football. So we're carrying the torch in basketball. So I mean, which is cool. I don't mind. Hey, at least we'll be good at one of them. Hogwarts. Stoops has more bowl numbers. Yeah, he probably does. 8 bowls. Yeah, I mean, now bowl games are just stupid because the people don't even play in them because they're going to the NFL. And back in the day, you'd play in the bowl game no matter if you were going to the NFL. But now, half the team that's playing in these bowl games, nobody cares. It's the backups. So, but yeah, he did a good thing. I mean, we'll never win 10 games. I'm gonna tell you right now, ain't no way in hell we're winning 10 games in this league. I'd like to live to see that again, but I don't think I'll live to see that again. I hope I'm wrong. WKRP, Kentucky used to win home games and lose road games. Yeah, and that's the reverse. Well, let's win at Auburn. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's a tough league, man. It's from top to bottom. It's the best league. Okay, the Big Ten might be better at the top with Ohio State, but yeah, other than that, I think Ohio State's probably the best team in the country. But I don't know. Dylan. I want a bowl most seasons every 4 or 5 years. Well, brother, I don't. We ain't gonna see that. To get in the college playoffs now with an extra SEC game, you're talking about 9 SEC games. I mean, you can't lose 3 games. If you lose 3 games, you're out. I mean, how the hell who's going to come in here and pull that off? Who's going to come in here and go? Well, I mean, what would he go? He'd have to go 9-3. Well, no, if you lose 3, you'd have to go 10-2, right? 10. If you lose 3 games, you're probably not going to get in. So yeah, you'd have to fully commit all your resources, like Georgia, Alabama. Auburn's now going to commit to football. That's why they let Bruce Pearl's son coach, because they don't care anymore. Florida's already told Todd Golden, hey, man, sorry, dude. I hope you enjoy these years. So, yeah, I mean, you got everybody going all in on football. And even if we did go all in on football, I think, we're pretty smart, if you think about it, to go with basketball. Because even if we went all in on football, I don't know that we could go 10-2 with our schedule. I don't know. I could be wrong. No one can meet the standard. So what do? We suffer. We act like, I don't know. You just have to be honest with yourself sometimes. Like Matt Jones is honest. I do like Matt Jones saying that, hey, this is as good as it gets, and he's probably right. Whenever Stoops win 10 and we were doing it, he said, hey, man, that's probably as good. I think he's right. I think what we saw with Mark Stoops, guys, I think that's probably as good as it gets. I really do. Because, man, adding a SEC game hurt us bad. We get 2 cupcakes. So you're going to get 2 wins, and then you got to go, just to make a bowl, you got to go 4-6. Even if you went 5-5, I mean, and now we're rotating where we're going to play everybody. So, man, I just don't know how you do it. If you don't fully commit to football and you don't put the money in it, there's no way in hell you can win. Even if you did, it'd be hard. But if you don't put money in it, I don't know, guys. Playoffs make it easier, and Sankey made it harder. Correct. Yeah, Sankey, they went with the money. They took that game because of money. They didn't give a damn about Kentucky. They didn't give a damn about South Carolina. It's the good old boy network. There's about half the teams are in the good old boy network. You look at Georgia, Alabama, Auburn, Texas A&M, Florida. Who am I missing? Tennessee's in there. They should be. And these teams should be. There's about half the teams that are in the good old boy network, and they don't give a damn about Arkansas, Kentucky, South Carolina, Missouri, Vanderbilt. They could care less. They know the top 8 programs that have won. Now that Texas A&M, Oklahoma's in here, that makes 7 programs that have won national championships, right, in football, or either 7, I think 7 or 8. So yeah, that it is what it is. KSR talked about the NCAA. Jake Cornett, KSR talked about the NCAA proposing that deal of having teams play a bowl at the first game. Yeah, that was dumb. I mean, why would you play it? I mean, why would you play a bowl the first game of the year after your players left? Like, if you earned a bowl and you got your team who got to a bowl, but you don't get to play in it because you're leaving, and the seniors wouldn't get to play in a bowl. Yeah, I don't think they'll do that. I don't know what they're going to do, but they won't do that. The bowls just won't be worth anything. No, it's just going to be throwaway games. I think Western Kentucky was playing in Tampa, Florida last year, and there was nobody there. I mean, nobody there. I'm like, man, how does that bowl make money? And there's nobody. Western was playing. I don't even know who they were playing, but there was nobody there. You probably couldn't even give tickets away. They added a ninth game, says WKRP, for the money. Yeah, 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 they did. It was all about the money. It's always about the money. It's about the money. Yeah. So look, the school's gonna make a lot of money off that game. We're gonna make money off that game. So it's just who keeps the money and where does it go? I don't. Somebody's making money. But anyway, I'm Tom. If you're new, Kentucky Football Nation, shout out your school. Shout out a question. Lance came in here. Lance, where'd you go, brother? Shout out a question. What do you want to talk about? We'll talk about another team. If you're a Louisville fan, we respect everybody. Kentucky fan, Big Ten. We play basketball Thursday. We play Georgetown Hoyas. They're not that good. They barely beat Georgia. Well, they ended up pulling away at the end and beating George Washington by about 8 or 9 points, but it was a close game. So yeah, that's gonna be less than a practice game. It's easier for Western to get to a bowl. Well, yeah, it is. Sure it is. Dylan, if I'm Stoops, I would took my salary this year and with my NIL dollars wins. Well, I don't think he has a choice. No, because you'd have still lost. I mean, there's still if you bundled your money and you gave them your money and you lost, then they fire you and you would have lost the money. So no, it's the school's responsibility to get the NIL money to give you a football team. The school has just chosen to spend it on basketball. They have the money. They just ain't giving it to them. So yeah, no, I don't know if I'd have gave my own money. But yeah, they'll make a deal with him. He's gonna leave. Don't worry. All these people think he's not staying. He's gonna leave, and we'll get somebody else, and we'll see what they do, and we'll see how good they are. And so yeah, but no, they didn't want him, Dylan. I mean, they don't want him, so it doesn't matter. You know, you can tell he's upset. Hell, at least he cares. Cal Perry wouldn't even give a shit. Cal Perry, all Cal cared about was Cal. And he wouldn't give a shit what you said. At least Mark Stoops cares. And I'll say this: the team has not quit, from what I can see. And CJ's brother was in here, so yeah. I mean, I don't think Sam Green's brother was in here, CJ, and I don't think anybody's quit. So yeah, nobody's quit on him, and I don't want him to leave. Well, Dylan. He's going to leave, man, because they don't want him. The media, listen, this was a setup. When he goes, I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to the beginning of the year. I'm going to go back to spring after the last basketball game. This was a setup, and our media was in on it. And I'll show you the timeline. I'll show you what our media was in on this shit. I was wondering, why is our media people going on other people's podcasts and bad-mouthing Mark Stoops after one bad year? Why are they doing that? So they wanted him gone last year. They wanted him gone after last year. They didn't want him to come back. They're like, well, they didn't want him to win. So, it was a setup. They set him up to fail, and he failed. And they're glad he failed, So they're glad he's going to leave. So let's just see what the next guy can do. It's none of my, and once again, it's none of my business. As a fan, whatever, bring in Will Stein, bring in somebody else. One bad, yeah, 2 bad years. Hey, how many bad years has Hugh Freeze had? Auburn hasn't had a winning season since 2019. That guy had a damn winning year in 4 years. They just now talking about firing him. Billy Napier. How many bad years did he have? Did anybody dog him out? You got Josh Pate on his show saying, well, if I like someone, then I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and I'm going to help them. But if I don't like someone, then I don't care. So there you go. I'll give it up to Josh Pate. At least he told the truth. And what he's saying is there's a good old boy network. And if you're in the good old boy network, I'm going to help you out. And if you're not, I don't give a damn what happens to you. So he never gave a damn about Arkansas, South Carolina, Kentucky, and football. And at least I give it up to Josh Pate. At least he was honest about it. Our media is just not honest about it. They do this shit, but they're passive aggressive. Yeah. If you're going to do that shit, man up and be aggressive. Yeah, he's the winning coach. You're right about the media. Yeah, I mean, it was a setup. I can sit here and piece together and show you, but they don't care. I mean, so what do they care? They get to keep their job, and then they get a new coach, a shiny new coach, and a shiny new, go to practice and get all fired up. And then what? When the guy has two bad seasons, are you going to fire him? Whoever comes in, he has to have a winning season, right? He has to keep winning, or he doesn't have his job, right? Let's see if they hold the next coach to the same standard they held Stoops to. Let's just see if that happens. I love the Auburn fan experience. Well, I did not see that, WKRP, but I was stationed in Montgomery, Alabama, and I saw Auburn, Alabama up front back in the day, early 90s, their rivalry, and I was impressed. That's about the best rivalry I've ever seen. Those people take that serious. So yeah, I didn't really know about Auburn football, but I learned about it pretty quick. The school's going to lose out on a ton of money. Yeah, they probably will, and they'll just blame Mark Stoops. See, this is a setup. Then they'll just blame him, and they'll see, it's his fault. He should have fired him last year. Yeah, okay, all right, yeah, all right, yeah. Never played ball yet, and they call for it. Yeah, I mean, look, Matt Jones has been the fairest guy on Mark Stoops. Matt Jones has not participated in any of that crap. He has been fair on Mark Stoops, and everything he says. Like I said, he's about the most fair guy and the smartest guy in our media. He really is. So yeah, if he says it, I believe it. And so yeah, Stoops will. If Stoops is leaving or whatever, he'll know it. Matt Jones will know it early, and so yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, he's going to leave. But yeah, some of their writers is just what their writers annoy me a little bit. Other than that, people should say we appreciate it and support you. Yeah, WKRP. Let me tell you what, Auburn with Hugh Freeze. Let me tell you something. There's a few people. How many years has he been coached? 3 or 4. When he was doing bad, there weren't media people going on SEC podcasts and the Feinbaum and Paul Finebaum and start bad mouthing Hugh Freeze. That's one thing I learned when I was in Alabama, Mississippi. They kept the media in line. If you'd have did that shit, you'd have probably got your ass kicked. Somebody would have smacked you around, and it's just the way it was. But you didn't see Auburn people going on all these shows and bad mouthing Hugh Freeze. Why not? Why do our writers get to go on other podcasts and badmouth our coach, but Auburn people can't do that? Florida people can't do that. They finally did at the end when they wanted to get rid of Billy Napier. But yeah, they don't do that shit because there's a code there, and the code is you don't do that. That'd be like somebody bad mouthing Mark Pope. If Mark Pope doesn't make the Final Four, you think anybody's at KSR is going to go on a basketball podcast and start talking shit about Mark Pope if he doesn't make the Final Four? No, they're not going to do that because they're not that stupid. They'll be kept in line, but it ain't that way with football. So that's just the way it is. Nobody's going to say anything about Mark Pope. Yeah, okay. I want to see if it does. You let me know who it was. I want to see that. But no, it's just like it's a double standard. I get it. It makes sense to me logically, but yeah, it just sucks for people who like football. So I didn't, when I started this podcast, I thought maybe I was the only one that thought like this. And then all of a sudden now I'm up to I'm 700 people. Am I at 700? Yeah, I think I passed 700. Yeah, I find out, man, there's more people like me out there that think like I do. They think the media sucks too. Wow. And yeah, this is not fair. And what? So, I don't know, guys. I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. We've been going an hour almost, 48 minutes. There's 19 people in here. Speak up if you're new, guys. Speak up. Lance came in here and left. All right, Lance. Didn't have any much to say. Okay. Speak up if you're from another school. You can talk. We'll talk to anybody. We like Georgia. We're respectful to Louisville, Tennessee. If we don't make the Final Four with a $22 million roster, I'll be mad. Because that's the thing. We don't need, as I said, the media is dead. We don't need to go on KSR's site if you don't want to read something to find out about the football team or the basketball team. You don't need to get the Lexington Herald Leader. You don't need to listen to, and I like John Hale. You don't have to listen to it. You can listen to whoever you want, and you can figure it out on your own. You don't need anybody to tell you stuff anymore. I mean, you need sources, but you don't need anybody to tell you how to think. Based on Stu's record, he would get a statue. Well, I mean, yeah, he should. He's the winningest coach in the history of the football program. So yeah, nobody else did that. Broke the Tennessee streak, broke the Florida streak. Well, no, he didn't break the Tennessee streak. Joker Phillips did, but he got him twice. So who else got him twice? I said something the other day about Claiborne. Claiborne actually did get Tennessee in 1984. I need to correct myself on that video. But yeah, very rarely, 3 times in the last 41 years, we beat Tennessee. So, but yes, he should, he should, and I think he will. He'll be brought back. It's like any other coach. Suits will come back one day. He'll get the love because he deserves it. But yeah, things have changed with NIL. You have to. I could come and raid your roster. People are going to come and get people that week. If we have anybody good, they're going to come get them. Cutter Bowley's going to. Believe me, his cell phone is going to ring. Okay, it's going to ring, and someone's going to say, "Hey, man, how much are they offering you? What if we gave you $350,000, $500,000 more than that? Would you come then?" He almost went to Tennessee. I mean, he took a visit to Tennessee. So yeah, Tennessee needs a quarterback next year. That's all I'm saying is. I was in Knoxville in 1976 when we beat Tennessee at home. Well, see, that goes a little bit before me. But yeah, we did good in 76, 77. We were on probation. But hey, what are you going to do? We beat Penn State. Yeah, we did good in the 70s for about 2 years. See, guys, I mean, we would do good. We'd have a good year every once in a while, and then we have some bad years. Then we have it's like a heartbeat. We have a good year, then we have bad years. Then a good year, you just roll with wait for the good year. But yeah, but Auburn is a winnable game, guys. I don't even know which quarterback's going to play. They benched Jackson Arnold, so he can run. I don't know. This other kid completed 6 of 7, so I don't know if they're going to play. Hugh Freeze is fighting for his job, so I don't know who he's going to play. Man, I'm not thinking we're going to see Jackson Arnold, and he's going to run. He can throw a 15-yard pass, and he can run, and that's all he can do. Well, so yeah, we have done well at stopping the run. So, but this dude is fat now. Jackson Arnold's fast. So yeah, we need to tackle well. This is an Alex Safari game. Sam Green. I know his brother was in here earlier. CJ. I mean, this is a Rainer game, a Souls game. Our linebackers and stuff. This dude's going to take off running if nobody's open. So, they got the worst offense in the SEC statistically. So they're the worse than we are. So yeah, it needs to be a low-scoring game. Vegas has this 27-17 Auburn. I already bet it's plus 10.5, guys. If you bet, go bet that line. We'll cover the 10 points. Yeah. Hopefully we'll see still behind the team. Yes, Dylan. No, I think if we went out, he should leave anyway. Let's say we were to win out, I'd leave anyway. They don't want you here. You know how sad the media would be if he went out? Do you know what that would do to them? They'd be, well, now you got to keep him. They've already said it. Well, if he wins 6, well, then we got to keep him. Well, no shit, dumbass. What do you think we're supposed to do? We have to keep him. Yeah, we don't want to keep anybody that's a winner. Let's not keep anybody that gets us to a bowl. We don't want that. Yeah. Come on, man. Think. You got one. Use it. These dudes are young, and they don't know what the hell they're talking about. They're in their 20s, maybe 30s at most. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. They don't know the history. Dylan, I think you're having trouble dealing. Oh, shit. No, we're starting to play well, guys, especially the quarterback. So, look, our quarterback's playing well, and Auburn's quarterback is starting to suck. That's why we have a chance to win this game. You heard it here first. Their quarterback is sucking. So, yeah, Bowley can win this game if he has a good by himself, if he has a good game. And we score like we did last week. Because Auburn, if you're just getting in here, Auburn is one of 6 teams that have given up no more than 24 points in any game this year. That includes the Georgia game where the referees helped them. So, yeah, their defense is good. They have an All-American linebacker. So, which, okay, that's one dude. But, yeah, we just need to run our stuff. And Kendrick Law messes you up. When they put Kendrick Law out there in motion, you better damn well follow him. So he is the offense is starting to the offensive coordinator Bush Hammond said today, it's taken a while to get Boley to learn the playbook and where now we can run more stuff. Now we can spread out. So yeah, he was a redshirt freshman. It took him a while, but but yeah, Zach Calzada never is going to see the field again. We paid him whatever we paid him. I don't know how much we paid him, but yeah, they did the right thing by going on. And I mean, if Stoops was trying to keep his job, he could have just played Calzada the rest of the year. And he'd have probably played a little better in the road game in South Carolina. So, but he was smart. They're trying to keep Cutter Boley. So, yes, Cutter. Yeah, that's what I like about him. He's confident. Now, he doesn't hold on to the ball. He takes off running. Thank God. He was holding on to the ball in South Carolina. You see he's getting a little better. And that's what Bush Hammond talked about today is, get the ball out, get the play off. So, yeah, he's very confident. So, yes, he's going to be a solid. If he wanted to really make some money, guys, I mean, how much money can we pay him? And if we pay him a lot of money, how are we going to buy other players to put around him when we're not spending the money? That's my question is, we're not spending money on football, so we pay him $1 million or whatever, then what do you pay? How many players can you put around him? I mean, I don't, that's a problem. Charles, to be fair, we had the Ole Miss game. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we could have had both of them. Yeah, that was when Boley was put into action at the end of that Ole Miss game, and that's the SEC, man. CJ Miller, Dylan says, looked great. Yeah, he should be playing. Sounds like he's going to start, and he should. And JJ Hester should be playing over Harley Gilmore. Harley Gilmore should sit down and hardly be on the field. That's what he should do. WKRP, those two games were wins. Yeah, the narrative would be different, correct. Or at South Carolina, if we wouldn't have gave them 14 points and even 4 turnovers and keep giving them the ball, and get blown out. Yeah, end up getting blown out. So, but yeah. But look, things worked out the way. I mean, we still play. Look, we played for the money we spent. We're playing about what I mean. We got the best players we could afford with I bet you with the budget he had. And somebody said today he couldn't coach the players correct. Some guy made a comment on one of my videos. Guys. I mean, the players we got. I mean, come on. We didn't go get the. I mean, we got Kendrick Law from Alabama, but come on, man. We got offensive linemen from Bowling Green, New Mexico State. No offense against New Mexico State. I mean, come on, man. Yeah, we weren't buying the highest dollar players. I don't know. You got to fire Stoops, Goji. Well, that's going to happen. Huna, I don't know what your name is. Well, that's already going to happen, brother. He's going to get fired. Yeah. Why is South Carolina coach in trouble? Because he's didn't win. He had 9 games last year, and he set the bar so high. Now he's going to have a losing season, and you can't have one losing season unless you're in the Good Old Boy Network. And South Carolina, I hate to break it to them, they're not in the Good Old Boy Network. They're not in the Finebaum, Good Old Boy Network, Josh Pate, all those guys, good old SEC podcast. So therefore, when Shane Beamer has one bad year, got to fire him. And they fell for it too. Carolina jackpot. All those guys fell for that shit. Why? Because they go on those podcasts and they're telling them before the season, well, if he doesn't win 9 games and go to play 8 games, he's got to go. That's it. Just one bad year. Okay, yeah. So Shane Beamer, he'll probably go to Virginia Tech, where his dad was and built that program. But he's not allowed to have one bad year. You have to be at Auburn and Florida, Tennessee, which Tennessee hadn't had a bad year. Alabama, those guys, they all get they can have a bad year or 2 or 3 or 4 if you're Auburn. And that's fine. We'll cover for them. But we ain't covering for Kentucky, Arkansas, South Carolina. Ole Miss, once they lose Lane Kiffin, right back to the shitter. You ain't in the club either because you haven't won a national championship either. And you ain't been to the playoffs. So, yeah, Ole Miss has to get to the playoffs. Lane Kiffin can go anywhere he wants. But, yeah, that's why the coach is in trouble, WKRP, because he's not allowed to lose. Certain schools, you don't get the benefit of the doubt. So, Dylan, everything spiraled when we were ranked 7th in the locker room at Ole Miss. Yeah, yeah, and hurt himself. Yeah, yeah, that wasn't good. And we brought in the what's his name, Scangarillo. But when Will Levis left, we did bring in the North Carolina State quarterback, and you know, we did go 7-6, and we did beat Louisville those 2 years. But for some reason, our media thinks 7-6 is a losing season and beating Louisville. I'm like, well, wait a minute, we still have that's still a winning season, but not to them. So once again, Stoops is set the bar too high. So uh, what's up, AFO? What's going on, man, tonight? We're just sitting here talking. I can't believe I'm going to stay in here a little bit longer because I've been in here an hour. What time is it? Oh, yeah, I got a few minutes. Is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, I got a few minutes. What's on your mind, AFO? We're talking basketball. Look, we're going to kill Georgetown basketball, guys. I'm going to do that game Thursday night. So come in here if you want to watch it. All kinds of people will be in here. Oh, man, I'll have hundreds of people in here. And then I'll do the Auburn game, and then just be us in here watching Auburn. But yeah, Auburn's quarterback's not playing well, and our quarterback's playing good. That could be the difference in the game right there. So uh, Cutter Bully is playing well, and yes, the young man's going to make himself a lot of money, whether it's with us or someone else. Uh, but no, speaking of basketball, I would like to see Colin Chandler shot fall. I know he's done good out there, but his shot is not falling. I like to see his shot start falling. And the Moreno kid continues to impress me. I think he's as good as Garrison right now. And then Yelovic, I want to see more from that dude. But no, Jalen Lowe will not play in this game. He will play in the first game, which is next. When do we play next week? Next Tuesday or Wednesday. So when can you start getting super chats? I'm not monetized right now, Dylan. Uh, so I think when you get to 1,000, I think you have 1,000 up to 700. I don't know if I'll monetize this channel. To be honest with you, I know I think they make you, or they put in advertisements for you if you don't monetize. But I'm not here to do this for money. And but yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, I would take the money, but no, I really never really gotten this to get monetized. I think you gotta have 1,000 to start doing advertisements. So I'm already at 7 something. I'll be at 1,000 here in a couple of months. I started in March, so by the time I get to March, I'll probably be at 1,000. Then I can put advertisements up and do chats and all that. We'll see. Then it's the IRS, and now you got to report that money. So you see what I'm saying? That's a lot of. I might just stay not monetized. Just don't monetize. AFO. Here's a question: if Moreno keeps pace minutes, who loses minutes? Well, Garrison. Garrison will lose minutes, and when Quaintance comes back, somebody gonna lose some minutes. Subbing now. Enjoy the content and the chat. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Dylan. You're one more. See, we're working our way up. Yeah, I mean, I have a whole archives. I put out shorts a lot. I didn't put out any shorts football because everybody else did this week from the football game, but I did put out and I'll put out shorts from the game Thursday. So I appreciate it. Well, thank you, Dylan. Look, man, I'm just a fan. You can come in here and say whatever you want. I do watch parties. I'll do the basketball game. I work 24-hour shifts, so there'll be some games I will not be able to do, and then there'll be some games I'll be able to do. But I can do all the rest of the football games. I think I looked at my schedule, so I will do all the rest of football. I'm considering changing the name of the channel to Kentucky Sports Nation or something because football is just so toxic. But I may keep it just for the hell of it. Why not? I may just keep it and do. People are like, "Why are you doing basketball?" I do both. So yeah. JQ with Garrison versus Moreno minutes. Yeah, we'll take Garrison. Yes. Oh yeah. If you yes, yeah. When he comes back, oh yeah. Look, that dude's a stud. Yeah, those dudes won't see the floor. Neither one of them. This kid is a man child. This dude he makes both of them put together. Probably couldn't play as good as he can. If you watched him at I forgot Arizona State or wherever school he was at, I mean, man, that dude's a beast. If we get him healthy in December, look out. You ain't gonna be able to get to the basket. Ain't nobody gonna stop him. Florida's in trouble. Everybody's in trouble. Good luck trying to stop him around the basket. He doesn't need any post moves. He just freaking slams it and just muscles it up. So yeah, Dylan, be the lone blue football channel. Well, I might as well be. I might as well just, I was thinking about, well, maybe I should. Then it's like, yeah, you know what? I'll just keep it like this. And yeah, but I mean, yeah, basketball sells. And well, when I first did this, I thought, you know what? Nobody's doing a Kentucky football channel. And my wife's like, why don't you do a basketball channel? I said, because that'd be easy. It'll just be, it's not a challenge to do basketball. You just come on here and go, yeah, basketball. We're good. Thanks for watching. Yeah, we're great. Yeah, thank you. There's no challenge for it. Whereas football, it was a lot harder. So yeah, I just want to challenge myself. Jake, Kentucky Blue Balls channel. Do you like him? Yeah, I've listened to him. Yeah, he's entertaining. I will say that. He is very entertaining. I will give him that. Yes. He just turns on he does not do thumbnails. He does not do, he just turns on the camera and talks. So yeah, he is very entertaining. He's a good old boy. Big dude. I like him. He just tells it like it is. Whether you agree with him, he's kind of like me. I'm just going to say what I want, think, and then I might be wrong. And if you don't agree with me, so I'll give him that. He just turns on the channel and goes. I will make a thumbnail. I'll try to do video, do it. And so, yeah. But there's a lot of small channels. Loyal BBN. If you haven't seen Loyal BBN, anybody in here that's 14 people, go. Loyal BBN is probably one of the better small channels for Kentucky sports. So they have two groups of people, and they are really good at what they do. His nervous laugh wears me out. He's funny though. Well, if you like him, then support him. He's a small channel. I think I passed him in viewership, but not by much. Yeah, I might have him by 50 people. But if you like him, support him. Support all the small channels. Look, anybody can go to S and Lance there was a Lance guy in here earlier, and I was wondering if it was Lance from Locked On Wildcats or whatever it is, Locked On Kentucky, which I don't know. He told me his name and then he left, and I'm like, well, say something. I don't care for the Locked On series. Don't ever look Locked On Titans, Locked On Rebels, look, that's a whole network of people who really don't know what the hell they're talking about. They're just trying to get views and super chats and clicks, and they'll just recite shit. Everybody's saying it's like the news. Everybody's saying the same exact thing. Boring. Yeah, I can't stand Locked On. Yeah, but that's just me personally. If you like it, that's just me. I'm not watching anything that says Locked On because it's just the same stuff, the same stuff regurgitated, just fill in the school. So yeah. Yeah. I don't know if anybody's on Locked On Wildcats, but yeah, no, not my thing. This team won game one preseason at the game older UK though. Is there an older UK team that reminds you of? AFO, people were saying the 96 team for this team. And, maybe a little. I think 96 team had better guards. I don't know I don't know who they remind me of, to be honest with you. Maybe the 38-1 team, in that they have a platoon. I think they remind me of the 2015. Was that 2015 team? 38-1 team. That's who they remind me of. They don't remind me of 96 team with Walter McCarty and, all those guards, Tony Delk. Yeah, we don't have a Tony Delk. I mean, that dude would knock a shot down on your ass anywhere. So no, they remind me of the 38-1 team, which I think was 2015, which should have won a national championship. I mean, how does Calipari blow a bunch of Final Fours? How does he? Because he's so lazy, he won't play zone. Just play a damn zone, will you? I mean, Calipari, great coach, but dude, you should, come on, man. Shit, 38-1 team. Just put the right people in at the end of the game. I know he promised the Twins if they came back, he would play them. I get it why we lost the game, but man, when the game's on the line, he cannot draw up a play to win the game to save his ass. He's just asking the players to go out there and do it on your own. Okay, well, it works a lot of the times, but it didn't work. It didn't work in the 38-1 team because once Wisconsin took the lead, we didn't have no answer. We were like, "What? You want us to win? You want us to run a play? What play?" I mean, damn, couldn't get. I never seen a Hall of Fame coach who could not get the ball in bounds. Did that not bother you guys? How the hell could you be a Hall of Fame coach, but you don't know how to run an out of bounds play? What the fuck? I used to think, how lazy are you, dude? I mean, that's high school shit. Just pick 3 or 4 plays. I don't know, man. Calipari was a conundrum. That's a big word like gymnasium. Dylan, biggest UK event y'all have been to? I was at the Final Four in Houston. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. I have not been to a Final Four, so I can't say that I've been to very many big events for UK because I have not. I was at a KSR remote in Morganfield. That was pretty big. No, I said jokingly. I haven't been to any. Yeah, I mean, I haven't been to Rupp Arena when we're playing, a really big team because you can't get tickets. Football. I haven't been to a football game in a long time, just because I live 3.5 hours away. Then drive there unless it's a noon game. I would do it, but yeah, I haven't been to one since 2015. And I was at a non-conference game then. Whoever, Boom Williams, that's who I really enjoyed watching that day. In fact, he ran the first play of the game. He went like friggin' 80 yards. The game I was at when they redid the stadium. Yeah, I don't know what year that was. I can't remember. I was there when we beat number one LSU. Derek. Wow, that's pretty good. Somebody said they were there for the Gatorade game, the Guy Morris game. The LSU. That was a good win. That was one of the best wins we've ever had. Was beating number one, beating Hal Mummy, beating Alabama. Everybody's got one signature win, but Mark Stoops did that shit to people numerous times. He beat Florida more than once, Tennessee more than once. Won 9 games more than once, 8 or 9 games. So that's what's great about Mark Stoops is he broke a lot of the. I thought we were cursed. If we did have a curse, he broke it. I will say that, and I didn't think I'd see that broken. Dylan, it was at Commonwealth against Florida, wide open in the fourth. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, I remember that. The receivers were wide open. WKRP, 15 different players, won games. Yes. Cal went away and the season independent for for Harrison. Yeah, that was a bad. Yeah, you're right, WKRP. Cal didn't do well in the Wisconsin was waiting on us. They were really good and we beat them the year before, and they were just sitting there going, you know what, we're gonna get these guys. And they did. Derek, I was there when we lost. Yeah, that was you. The Hail Mary against LSU. Man, I was watching that on TV and I said, and it did not surprise me, Derek. That's how bad football. People don't understand. When we lost on that Hail Mary, which how do you lose when you put everybody back? I don't know how it got. But when we lose games, I wasn't even surprised when we lost that game. I just went, well, that would have, we lose so many games. APO. I was at a football game that Lorenzen got picked up and slammed to the ground. Oh, I didn't know what that was. Okay, I didn't know he got slammed to the ground. Night, fellas. Well, night, Dylan. Yeah, we're gonna stay a bit longer. Yeah, let's go Saturday night if you want to watch the game. I'll be doing the Auburn game right here. If you want to turn it on and turn me on your computer or iPad, turn me on. I'll be doing the basketball game Thursday. I appreciate you, Dylan. Thanks for joining. Curtis, our offense played good. Our defense didn't have a chance. No, let's talk about that, Curtis. And once again, people missed. Why did our defensive backs get burned? Does anybody tell me that if you know football, you're going to understand this? People said the defensive backs got burned and it's all their fault. No. We never pressured. We never got any pressure on the quarterback. So he had time to throw to those people. People, you got to understand, we were blitzing. We never touched him. I don't think we sacked him one time. He never hit the ground. Look, their offensive line dominated our defense front seven, and we couldn't get pressure on him. So he stood back there and waited for them to get. You can't do that in the SEC on any team. So our front seven lost the game, not the back end. People get it all wrong because they don't know football and they just watch the ball. But the reason we lost is because we couldn't get pressure. We couldn't get pressure on the quarterback, and he nailed us. So, it was just Stoops was right. When Stoops said it was a bad matchup, that's what he was talking about. But the people at KSR are so dumb and they don't know football. They just write an article. I don't know why he said that. Well, because you don't know football. If you don't understand why he didn't say that, then you don't know football. It was a bad matchup because their offensive line is dominant. Okay, that's why it was a bad matchup. We could not get pressure on him. Therefore, he did anything he wanted, and they could have scored 60, 70 if they wanted to. We play too far off in the secondary. Well, we had to, APO, because they started running right past our guy. I mean, look, man, I don't think it would have mattered. And like I said in my video, two of those three receivers, their main receivers, two of them are 5 stars and one of them's a 4-star. And you're going against, I mean, no offense, 3-star guys. I mean, and then their offensive line just, I mean, he had all day to throw. He could have made a sandwich. He looked at all his reads. I mean, yeah, he hit him. And poor guy that got burned, who kept getting burned. I feel sorry for him. He's a 4-star. Who's our quarterback? Yeah, I can't even remember. Nichols. Yeah, Nichols. Nichols kept getting burned. He's a 4. But the guy, when they have all day to throw, I mean, it's hard to go against somebody that fast guys when you have 5, 6, 7 seconds. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, we just, it was a bad matchup. What he meant was we couldn't get pressure on the quarterback. Therefore, they could do whatever they wanted. That's what Stoops was saying, but they didn't pick up on it because they don't know football. And so they went, he doesn't know what he's saying. He said that. He said the correct thing. It was a bad match. It's like in any basketball, bad matchup. You run into a team that shoots all threes and they shoot lights out. Well, what can you do about it if a team's hitting threes and you're right in their face? We've seen this before. You're going to get beat if somebody hits about 20. Alabama's been doing that shit, and Auburn was doing that to everybody, hitting threes. Didn't matter what you did. We were going to knock down more. We're going to outscore you. Well, that's what happens in basketball too sometimes. So if we get beat, it'll be because somebody hits a bunch of threes on us, because you ain't going to score on us inside this year. So we'll see how many games we lose. Stoops also on the roster. We did what we could. Yeah, he did do what he could. He's giving you a hint. We bought what we could afford. That's what that's called. We budgeted. We had, like I keep saying, we have a Walmart team. And if you want to budget, then okay, then don't expect the next coach to come in here. First of all, I don't know who will come in here. We're going to have to get some old dude. I hope it's not Dan Mullen. I mean, or some young guy that just, I don't know. But we're not getting, I wouldn't come in here, So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We're going to get somebody. Whoever he is, like I said, I already like him. Because if he's got balls enough to step in here in a basketball school and to this shitstorm, good luck, brother. I already like you. Whoever you are out there, come on. I think we'll get somebody from a small school is what I think. I don't know what you guys think. We ain't getting John Summerall. If I was Will Stein, I wouldn't come here. But he's a smart guy. But if he wants to, hey, I mean, go get Neil Brown. At least Neil Brown can coach a little. Jake, how do you think we do recruiting wise without Merrill? We're going to do the same thing we do with or without Merrill. If we don't spend the money on players, we won't get players. It doesn't matter about Merrill. You gotta have money now. So yeah, I don't know. It's strictly about rev share and NIL, not, hey, we're bringing you here to recruit you for 3 or 4 years and build you up to go to the NFL. Now it's not like that. So I don't know, Jake. Vince Merrill's not recruiting at Louisville, so but no, I don't think it would have mattered, man. It's about the wallet. And if we don't open up the wallet, kids aren't stupid. Their parents aren't stupid. They're going to go where the money is. So, that's what I think. I don't know. Like I said, look at this year's roster. We got a handful of 4 stars, 3 stars, and we just took a kid a couple weeks ago that was unranked. No stars. So, yeah, you get what you pay for. I think that's the old saying, right? You get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. In basketball, why are we winning in basketball? Because we paid for the players. Why are we losing in football? Because we ain't paying for the players. And nobody else will just come out and say it. Well, you can't come out and just say that. Why not? It's the truth. Do I have to? Can we all not figure that out? The 12 of us in here, we're not going to pay for football players. Yeah. So don't come here. So I don't know what to say about that. If we had money, we could buy any football player we wanted. I hope we keep the kid from Cincinnati. I think if we lose Cutter Boley and Ponotowski, oh my God, dude. I mean, that would be bad. But I'm telling you right now, it could happen. That kid could play baseball anywhere, Ponatoski. Yeah. So somebody's going to get him. That's what I'm worried about. So, because if you change coaches, I mean, what if he doesn't like the coach? I mean, uh, I don't know, guys. I don't know. We're going to have to get some sort of spread offense and try to do it the old school way, like we always do. And, so I don't know. I don't know what your thoughts are. I'm gonna stay on a few more minutes, guys. What's on your mind? I'm gonna stay on. If you want to talk about anything, if you're not, I'll get up. Hey, I can stay on for a little bit longer. We've been on an hour and 20 minutes. I usually stay on, guys. Most people get off. I'll stay on as long as you guys want to talk. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Jake is the answer. I don't know. Without the money, I don't know if if it matters who the recruiter is. I don't know. WKRP is their 4 and 5 stars against our 4 and 3 stars. Play the game. If fundamental sound will be in every game. Yeah, well, that's why we're in. Yeah, I mean, look, we've done well. What? Why is some popping on the screen? I mean, we've done well with the players we have. Look, our offensive line is pretty damn good. You got to admit. Now, yeah, I mean, our offense is. We have some good players. Like I said, we have our first 11 players may be as good as Tennessee's first, but the next 11 are not. And that's the problem. Tennessee, Georgia bring in somebody just as good as the guy that went out or almost as good. We don't do that. You have to fill all 85 scholarships or 115. APO, I heard talk if Stoops stays, Cutter goes. I heard the exact opposite. I heard that Cutter wants Stoops to stay. In fact, I think somebody on KSR said that he likes Stoops. So I don't know, APO. I don't know. He's not staying, so it doesn't matter. Okay, they're getting rid of him. Don't worry. There's no scenario where he stays. They said there's Matt Jones 85, 90. No, I'm telling you, it's 100%. They're getting rid of him. So our schedule next year is super brutal in football. I have not seen it, Derek, but it doesn't matter. It's 9 SEC games, so yeah, it's going to be brutal in Louisville. And I hope Jeff Brom, somebody gets him. He'll have a chance to leave. But yeah, it's brutal. It's going to be brutal every year. And like I said, if you aren't going to spend the money, even if we spend as much as Georgia, you know how hard it would be to win that schedule? I mean, it would be hard. I don't know what's going on. Like I said, I wish the athletic director, whenever we do get a new coach, just what's the plan? Just come out, lie to me. You know what? I already know what the plan is. It's obvious. We all know what the plan is. But lie to me. Lie good to me. Just lie to me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Listen, we are going to put resources in football. Absolutely. I mean, just say that to me. Make me believe that for about 5 seconds. But yeah, I haven't seen. I don't think they've come out with the schedules, have they? But yeah, it will be brutal. South Carolina will have a new coach. Florida will have a new coach. Tennessee will not. Tennessee got us and Vanderbilt, so they got a nice pod. So yeah, it's going to be brutal. So yeah, it's the SEC. I don't know. There's got to be a vision. What is it? What's the vision? WKRP, if the coach leaves, why would Cutter stay? Well, I think it's his hometown school. It's his home state school. They're going to offer him a lot of money, but they're going to have to match. If he's smart, this would be like an auction. He would put himself out there and go, well, they're offering me this. We're going to have to pay him a lot of money to stay. If he's a smart and his family's smart business-wise, he could make a lot of money. So we match it. Then we can't afford to buy all the other players we need. But yeah, I mean, he could leave. He could be in the portal and his phone would blow up and he'd be like, yes, how much? It's like an auction. Do I hear $1 million? Do I have $1 million? $1 million, $1 million, $1 million, $2 million? Do I have $1 million, $2 million? I mean, the kid could probably make I say $1 million. The kid could probably damn near, if he plays much better, he could damn near get $750 million. He's that good. Okay. So yeah, he is auditioning for a lot of money. But yeah, I mean, I don't know why. I don't know why any player would stay. WKRP. Before I get off here, I don't know why anybody would stay. I don't know why a coach would come here. Like I said, you're not committing the resources to football that need to be there. It's like if you had a business and you were in competition and you told your business, listen, we're going to give you 30% less capital than all those businesses that are in your competition. Good luck. Yeah, you'd have to cut corners like we do and find ways to cut shit and get products that were, not name brand. So yeah, it's a business now. It's a multi-million-dollar corporation. That's what our football or basketball team is, and that's what our university is. Those athletics is. It's a multi-million-dollar company. So yeah, I mean, millions of dollars at stake. Where's the investment? What capital are we going to invest where? Where's the capital going to be invested at? What's going to be invested in basketball? Okay, it makes sense to me. Stoops has been looking, WKP, for a quarterback since Steven Johnson. Well, he found one. Hey, what's up, Chainsaw Fan? Well, I was about to get off here, but I'll stay on 5 more minutes for you, 5 or 10 more minutes. What's on your mind, Chainsaw? We're just talking about everything, dude. Basketball, football. The basketball game Thursday night is going to be easy. Georgetown Hoyas are no good. We're going to kill them. So then Auburn, we'll have a chance to beat Auburn. I can't believe they're a 10.5-point favorite. They have the worst offense in the SEC, but they have a stellar defense. But their quarterback play has been awful, and they benched Jackson Arnold last week. So our quarterback is playing much better than their quarterback. So we have a chance to win the game. We shall see. They are a running team. Our front seven does well against the run. So perhaps we can give them a game. That's the hopes. So no, what's up, Chainsaw? Man, we're just, like I said, just been sitting here talking Kentucky sports, and hate to sound like a broken record, but it's the same problem. Till you solve it, it's the same problem over and over again. The problem doesn't go away just because you think it goes away. It's still there. You got to fix it. So we play at Missouri, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, A&M. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, that's not good. And then Florida, yeah. If we play Texas A&M, they're good. Oklahoma's always good. Missouri, yeah. I mean, look, yeah. Who's gonna come in here? Come in here and win that? Yeah. Oh yeah, John Summerall. Yeah, bring him in here. Yeah, let's see. We ain't playing South Alabama. Okay, I don't know who he plays this week. They play Texas San Antonio. We ain't playing Texas San Antonio. Okay. None of those are here. And I like John Summerall, but he ain't gonna come here. He's gonna get a lot of money to go to Auburn or somewhere. And obviously he's earned it. So, but no, that's a tough schedule, Derek. Very tough schedule. Our offense played well. It did, man. I mean, look, Boley's been got. Yeah, the running backs are better. Seth McGowan's going to play. Hopefully, the offense has come around. It just took a while because you have a redshirt freshman quarterback who was holding on to the ball, and now you're teaching him. Now he's learning the playbook. Now he's getting better. Now by the time he gets better, you're going to fire everybody, and then you're going to sorry, everybody's gone, and then you hope the next guy. Now he has to learn a whole new system, and he has to start over again. Now it doesn't mean he can't do it. It'll just be difficult. Our home games will be Alabama, Florida, LSU, and Vanderbilt. Okay, we might win one of those because Diego Pavia will be gone. We ain't beating Alabama or LSU. Well, I don't know who LSU's coach is going to be. Look, guys, like I said, all those schools are all in on football. Even Vanderbilt, I don't think they're going in on basketball. I thought it would be Arkansas, Kentucky going in basketball, Arkansas. Usually Vandy goes in on basketball. But hey, man, it seems to me Vandy's going in on football. So we shall see. But yeah, you're not going to win. I don't care who the coach comes in. You ain't winning those games. If Alabama comes in here and loses, somebody will lose their job. Yeah. If DuBose, I'm sure still be there. But yeah, that's a tough schedule right there. But Florida and LSU will have new coaches. Any other SEC team would be glad to have the toughest schedule, toughest games at home. Exactly, WKRP. That is true. They wouldn't care. It's like us in basketball. We don't care who we play. Well, you think Alabama gives a damn who they play in football? Georgia? Randy, I haven't seen Randy in a while from that F and Dogs podcast. Georgia doesn't care who they play. Kirby Smart, if he doesn't go to the playoffs, you think they're going to fire Kirby Smart? No, they're not going to fire him. Even if their season doesn't end up well. So, Chainsaw, blame Mitch. Well, see, that's what I keep saying. Mitch doesn't have the vision. We had a whole plan and a vision for basketball, and you saw it from the very beginning. And it was a well laid out, thought out, well spent. We're going to get these players. I don't care what they call. We're going to spend them. It was a well, executed plan. What was the plan for football? Blame Mark Stoops when he loses because we didn't give him enough money. That was the plan. That was it. Anybody else got to tell me something different? Our media was saying that. Like I said, our media set his ass up at the very beginning, at the very end of last year and the very beginning of this year. It was just a fucking setup, we're not going to tell you the numbers because Mitch Barnhart. No, we're not going to tell you the numbers because our they could use it against us, all the other teams. Well, if it's bad, they can use it against you. But if it's good, they wouldn't use it against you, right? So guess which one it is? It's bad. I mean, come on, man. I mean, Mitch Barnhart. I can't show you the numbers. Okay, well, then it's got to be bad, doesn't it? I ain't showing you my tax return. If I made all kinds of money, I wouldn't mind to show you my tax return, right? I mean, look, guys, this isn't 1996. I think our media and the university thinks it's like 1996, and we have to wait for them to tell us stuff, or I have to listen to the coach's show, or I have to listen to a certain writer or podcast. No, you don't. There's so many of us on YouTube talking to one another. We're smart enough to figure it out. We're as smart as any friggin' writer there is. Right? There's no writer that's smarter than we are. We could do that. I mean, I know I could do that job as good as some of those people. Now, there's some people who know the English language better than I do. I'd have to get Grammarly. But yeah, any of us in here could do just as good a job. Now on the radio and stuff, that'd be different. Talking on the radio, that's a whole different thing. Or, being on TV. But as far as writing, we all know what's going on between the 10 of us that's in here. So yeah, we don't need somebody to tell us that Mitch Barnhart didn't spend as much money on football as he did basketball. We can figure that out on our own. Just follow the money. All right, guys. Well, all right. On that note, follow the money. Thursday night, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Be in here. My plan is to do a watch party for the Georgetown game. And you guys, if you want to listen to it, I can't show it, but I can have my sound turned up. We can look. We're going to kill Georgetown. But if you want, I could turn my iPad around and show you some of it. But it's basically going to be a glorified practice game because they're not that good. So, and then the Auburn game is what, 6 Central, 7 Eastern, something like that, 7:30, 6:30, whatever time it is. Saturday, come in 30 minutes before the game, and we'll do the Auburn game. And you know what? We might get to see a win. And then, Cutter Boley, I think he's going to have a good game. Now, this defense is tough, but it's no tougher than Texas or anybody else. They ain't all that, So anyway, we're going to do basketball and we're going to do football this week. All right. So with that, I am going to go to sleep, get up, and I have live training fires tomorrow because once a year we are required to do live burns. It's propane, but they set up this big aircraft. It folds out and it's a big mock-up of an aircraft, and we set it on fire and we go in there. So I get to drag my old ass in and out of a burning plane tomorrow. So yeah, that's what I got planned for tomorrow. I hope trying to, and it's going to be pouring down rain all day. So yeah, it's going to be a cold rain. So at least I won't get hot out there. Anyway, guys, look, whatever your job is or whatever you're doing tomorrow, have a good day. And I will see you back here on Thursday, right? Yes, Thursday. Don't burn your finger pointing tomorrow. That's a good idea. I'll have gloves on. I have the big fire red gloves. I'll do a lot of pointing of younger guy. Hey, younger guy, go inside there. Yeah, you get that. You get that hose. This is, I'm in charge. Yeah, I'm the incident commander. So therefore, I don't have to do much, but I do get to point. So I think I'm in the habit of that, pointing. My wife tells me, why are you pointing? I don't know. I'm just in the habit of pointing. When you're in charge, you just act like you know. act like you know what you're talking about, right? Just point. People think you know what you're talking about. Yeah, I mean, I try not to bullshit my way through my job, but All right, guys. Well, anyway, on that note, have a good week. I'll see you guys Thursday night for the basketball game, and we will do Auburn on Saturday night. And yes, we won't have another live in between that because I work. So see you Thursday, and I'll see you Saturday. We'll be doing games. Go Cats.